So, okay, gentlemen, this is sharp 6 o'clock and 44 people are here. So, we'll begin with our daily work. Today, I would just give me a moment. Okay. So, I would share the screen and then we would discuss what some of the students have already done. And that's it. Now, can you see this screen over here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So I would go, first of all, I would say that roughly around 21 student has sent the assignment, and which is a good sign. I'm not expecting everybody to participate. Some who are serious, they would do it. Some who are not, they won't do it. It doesn't matter to me. Okay. So I have picked up one or two assignments in general. There is this girl candidate called Gauri Rawat. She has wonderfully described the situation. So I would read it out one or two of things and some of from other people's work. But first of all, I want to tell everybody that you need to understand the question. If you don't understand the question, you would write something which will not be to the point and it would be...
Sir, you are not audible.
Okay, wait, give me a moment. Can you
Sir,
hear
you're
me now?
audible, sir.
Everybody can hear it?
Yes,
Sir.
sir. No, sir. No, still there is no audio from
There's
you.
a problem with your thing, everybody else is able to hear it. Okay, so check your system. I can't do it because other people are able to hear it. And there's a signal on my thing, so that's it. So question is, describe a scene from a typical Indian wedding through 10 visuals. What it is saying is, describe. So description can happen in a two way. Considering that you are a still photographer, you have shot the 10 visuals of wedding which you are going to describe. A. B. Description can happen in another way, that you are a videographer. You are shooting the video of the thing with a static camera. Okay, no camera movement, just consider a static camera. I'm trying to simplify the thing so that you should not have a problem. So either if you are considering as a videographer or if you are considering yourself as a still photographer. These are the two things you have to be concerned about. So I am assuming that you are a still photographer. Okay. And then you need to describe the photograph which you have taken, the 10 photographs of the situation which you are describing. It could be just one scene only, out of which you have a different close-up and mid shot and long shot, and it could be 10 different visuals through which you are describing the Indian wedding. So it's saying describe a scene, which means a particular scene. Try to understand that. Describe a scene from a typical Indian wedding through 10 visuals. So it can be, it is not about the entire wedding procession or entire wedding scenario which goes on for 3 days and 5 days. He's saying describe a scene. Okay, that is what you need to concentrate on. Now what this scene could be, that you have to choose. So my suggestion is that most of you people have not selected a one particular scene. You have selected the variety of scenes, so it is not a correct description. That is what I have a feeling. Because they are saying describe a scene, one scene, out of which 10 visual you need to know. So it is as if for me that suppose there is a scene and I am shooting for 2 minutes or 3 minutes of a particular scene, and there would be cuts, 10 shots are there in that particular scene. How I am going to cut that scene in a video? For example, I need to picturize a wedding happening somewhere, and I'm picturizing a 1 minute scene or 2 minute scene, and what are going to be the 10 visuals in that? So that is the question. Most of you people have wrongly interpreted the question itself. Despite the fact Some of you have really worked very hard, but to me, it's still the, I would say, not the correct way of doing it. Why? Because it's not an appropriate manner. Okay. So two things. Just give me a moment. There is some problem here. Okay. So now think that there is a particular scene going on in front of your eyes. Okay, and how you are going to describe. So suppose if it is a scene of Bharat has arrived at the welcoming gate. Now what is happening over there? That is the one thing I'm just assuming. A. B. I could consider a scene where people are going to have the fairas, for example. That is a particular place where I placed my camera, video camera, and I'm going to shoot the 10 different shots from the same position, or maybe different position and different angles. So I need to have the long shot, mid shot, close up of what is going on over there. So that is the question. What people have written is, I would read it out. Though had this question is describe an Indian wedding through 10 visuals, then the answer would have been what you people have written. Most of you have written is different visuals of the entire wedding scenario, but that is not a question. He is saying that a particular scene, describe a scene from a typical Indian wedding. Pick up any scene from there. Maybe it is a Mehndi scene, maybe it is a Ferawala scene, or maybe it is a Bharat has just arrived at the main gate of the welcoming gate where the people are there and what is happening. I'm just assuming that. So some people have written a wonderful description. For example, I read from this Gauri Rawat's description. In a photo, it is a night time, a girl wearing a red lehenga standing in the center of the frame, posing in a low angle shot. In background, dark blue sky filled with a tiny star and glowing moon. On upper right side of the frame, a small 4 elephant as fountain in the circle as a part of the big fort we can see. In the foreground, there are 2 on the right side, 2 on the left at the same distance from each other. 4 pillars are there. So it is a description of the visual. Very nicely described, I must say. But it is not serving the purpose of the entire game, which is basically the description of a particular scene. So most of you people have wrongly interpreted, I would say, and that's what you need to be careful. If it is about variety of scene, then it is fine. Now, what is not required, had it been a variety of scene, for example, what is not required is that in the same description, sunlight is coming as ambient light, but it is slightly diffuse as photo was shot in golden hour, casting no harsh shadow. So you are describing of something which happened in the past. No. You have to describe what is happening in front of your eyes. Suppose you are watching it as a human being and somebody is watching on like a Mahabharata. Vidur is describing the scenario of, think of Mahabharata if you have seen that particular episode, I doubt. So wherever the Vidur has to describe, Vidur would describe कि महाराज अब ये हो रहा है, ये हो रहा है, ये हो रहा है, ये हो रहा है. It's a present tense. So you have to write in a present tense, not into the past tense. Visual number 1, I see a huge procession of Baratis where the groom is on a very decorated, colorful buggy, which is having a beautiful, wonderful rotating lights in his background. And there are many Baratis who are dancing in front of it. We see this. So I describe a long shot. At the same position, at the same situation, I describe another shot in which women are there with their aarti in their hand. And now the groom has come to the position where the women are taking aartis and doing the tilak. Blah, 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 blah. So at one particular situation, you need to describe the 10 shots. This is a mistake which many people have done it. Now I'll pick up something else also, which again a description somebody else has described. This boy called Amrut Lal Kesi, he has described the bride is getting ready in the room nearby. All the shiny gold ornaments with a combination of silk sari enhance the beauty of the bride. Her friends are chattering with her and making her laugh to ease out the tension of the wedding. But the first sentence, the bride is getting ready in the room nearby. No, you have to see the room. You have to talk about as if you are standing in front of or sitting in front of a bride who's getting ready. How you would describe that? So you have to say, in the visual, we see a bride is getting ready, not in the room nearby. You have to say a bride is getting ready. All the shiny gold ornament with a combination of silk sari enhancing the beauty. Her friends are doing this. So this sentence called the bride is getting ready is fine. In the nearby is a wrong addition. You have to describe as if you are the camera. You are a video who is also talking. A video is also talking. That is the way you need to describe. I have picked up something else also where people have taken it lightly, and that is not the way to do it. I would describe Yuvraj Makhija. Visual number 1, wedding. May I notice that there is no acting here. It is all real and natural capture. This is a philosophy, not required. These are not any fake emotion. These are real emotion. We all know. Describe the video. What is happening if you are shooting through a video? What you are watching through a viewfinder, you need to describe that. Or a static image which you have taken on a JPEG file, you describe that. There are two ways. Wedding album is one thing that even after seeing us, after so many years, we can feel that wedding again. Philosophy. No. Wrong answer. And one who is groomed just like a king who has come to take his queen with the family on that day. Again, a philosophy. Only one point is interesting. Relatives who have not met for a long time because of the wedding are also found and new memories are made. Again, there is a philosophy, but it could have been a scene where the people who are relatives, they are hugging each other. So describe a visual or describe a video activity which is happening in the viewfinder or which is happening in the image which you have just captured or which is happening in the video which you have just captured. Whether it is a long shot first, then a next shot, mid shot, close up, whatever it is. So that was the question which most of you have wrongly interpreted. A. B. You are not supposed to make any drawing over there because some people have done the drawing. Maybe they have some fine arts background. But it will take too much of a time until unless you are really a perfect artist and quickly within a 10 seconds you could draw the image. Okay. Otherwise, don't attempt because it will take away the whole game. So this is what I need to comment on it. Rest of the people, the same thing. So I would move to something else because we have a limited time and there's a lot of things to be talked about and to be done. So first thing you need to do is, all of you have to do one day or other. Better you do it today till you wait for examination result is out, and maybe one day you will become a cinematographer and may not be. This is something every Tom, Dick and Harry is to do. Pick up the list of cinematographers who are Oscar nominated or winner. This list is available on the Wikipedia. Control A, Control C, Control V, take it into the notepad, first of all, notepad, so that all link thing get disturbed and you have just the text. Again, Control A, Control C, and take that text into the Excel file. Remove unnecessary nonsense and just now sort by alphabet, A, B, C, D. You will see one name has appeared 3 times because he was nominated for thrice, somebody nominated for 4 times, somebody nominated for twice, etc., etc. And then you prepare a list of these people and then filter it out. This is the way one of our current students, we give this as an assignment to the student. Don't expect me to share this PDF, JPEG, this PPT file with you people. I'm not going to share you because it is a hard work and copyright of a one student. But how it need to be done, that is what I'm going to tell you. So for example, he has picked up the Roger Deakins, or sorry, certain names which are given in the alphabetical order to hit. So he picked up that list came to him. So it was Roger Deakins' works, say for example. So here you see the photographer, name of the film. Then again, name of the film, and photographer, the cinematographer. Cinematographer is Wally Pfister, for example. Which are the film he has done? Inception, this, Memento, etc. Then there is a next cinematographer, Rodrigo Prieto. Okay, what are the film he has done? Film A, Irishman. Film B, Silence. Film C, film D. 4 films. Okay, then there's a 5th film called Farida. Then there's another cinematographer called Robert Elswit. What are the film he has done? A, B, C, D. Okay. So this is the way you have to go about it. Then you picked up another cinematographer. It is an alphabetical order given to him, and he made a slide like this. So this kind of PPT, all of you have to practice. Don't ask me at all that kindly give me this PPT or load over there and we will do it. No. I would tell you how to fish it. I would not fish for you. I would not make your life simple, because I want all of you to have to learn one thing. The cinematographer is a hardworking person. He is not a person who is relaxing and sleeping on the set. So if you don't have that habit, develop this habit. So this is the one thing. All of you start doing it for yourself. Don't do it for me, because I have so many PPTs like that. So pick up a cinematographer name according to alphabet. Find out his picture. Then find out the poster of that. Small detail who directed it. This is little written small. So make sure that this is written in little bigger font size. So you know who's the director. Okay. And then cast also Natalie Portman, etc., etc. Then second film, third film, and fourth film. Similarly, then there is another cinematographer and his first film, second film, third film, fourth film. This is when you are searching the image of this cinematographer, you will spend at least 30 to 1 minute. Download it, make a folder of that particular name, and then later on, all these 40, 50 folders are being made of a 50 cinematographer, for example, or 60 important cinematographers, or 70 important Oscar-winning and Oscar-nominated cinematographer from 70s onward, for example. I'm just giving you an example. 70 onward, and then you could make a slide like this. This is the way you need to do it. This is something which I am telling you, someday or other you have to do it. Sooner you do it, better you are. Okay. So once the lecture is over, I'll ask a very important question. There are many important questions which you need to understand. They can ask in multiple choice question. Who shot this film? Name of the film and 4 name of the cinematographers. Because they all are Oscar-winning cinematographers. So you should be knowing about them, even if you have not been selected to the FTI, or you want to become a cinematographer for sure. So you should know all the Oscar-winning cinematographer, and same is also valid for Indian cinematographer. Name of the cinematographer, his photograph, and 5 important films. That you need to do it for yourself. This is an assignment. You don't need to send it to me. If you are honest, do it for yourself. If you are not, keep sleeping. Nothing will happen in your life. So this is one thing you have to do it for yourself. Don't need to send it to me. I hope it is clear to everybody. I'll move little further now. Aspect ratio was discussed yesterday. Yesterday, I wanted to talk about this slide, but I could not because this nonsense happened. So when we talk about the light, basically, we need to talk about few things, which is one is the quality of light. When we talk about the good cinematography or a good photograph, it is valid for both. First, we need to talk about the quality. So when we say quality, what does it mean? Quality, what is the meaning of a quality? So I would come to this slide called quality may be, either it is a hard light or either it is a soft light. Either it is a hard light or either it is a soft light. There are two, any kind of a light either would be hard or soft. First thing. Now hard light is also known as a, technically calling as a specular light. Direct sunlight falling on the earth is called specular light. Tungsten bulb light, which is where you can see the tungsten filament, is a specular light because it is casting a hard shadow. Light, baby, multi, all these direct light are called, which are without any diffusion, it is called hard light because it creates a hard shadow. How do you know that it is a hard light? Because it creates a hard shadow. Okay. So that's one thing. Soft light. Soft light could be a variety of soft. Either it is a shadowless soft, because if you are standing under the sun, under the tree, so there is a completely diffuse light. You know from where the light is coming? No. Light is coming from all over the places, sky bounce, ground bounce, bouncing from all over the places, and it is not giving a particular directional shadow. So basically, a soft light can be a shadowless diffuse light, or it can have a directional diffuse light. Because there is a shadow coming from, soft light coming from right side, so there will be a soft shadow on the another side. So that's another thing you need to remember. So when we talk about the quality, we need to say whether it is a hard light, whether it is a soft light, or whether it is a shadowless soft light. All these things you need to remember. These are very, very important things. Then we move to the direction. From which direction light is coming. Whether the light is a slanting light in the early morning or late evening. These both the lights are basically slanting. And if it is a top light, then it is coming from the heads up. It could be coming from side, it could be coming from front or top. So all the directions are there. So direction of the light is very important, from which direction it is coming, because that would help you to define few things. Then there is something called color. Whether it is blue, green, yellow, magenta, primarily I am saying it is a color temperature. You change the color temperature and accordingly you could figure it out from which direction the light is, or what is the color of the light. So color is another property of the light. People sometimes not able to understand the meaning of intensity. Intensity is the how much light is there. When we go to a shop, we say, "Mujhe 100 gram sugar de do, 200 gram tomato de do." So we use the unit called gram. Here, when we talk about the intensity, we are talking about the foot candle. How much foot candle of the light is there? 100 foot candle, 200 foot candle, 500 foot candle. So that is the meaning of intensity of light. Okay. Then there is something called texture also. Texture of the light. Actually, light do not have a texture. It's the wrong term to say the light will have a texture. It would give a certain kind of a feeling that as if the light is filtered through leaf, for example, or through some kind of a pattern which is being placed in front of the camera. I'll just show you, for example, one image quickly. I could figure it out if it is here. Okay. So if you could look at this image. Here, a small kind of a pattern of is placed in front of the light, and you could see this light, the streak of light is being formed in a random manner. So this kind of thing, you can call it as a, if you would like to call it as a texture, but I would say it is a pattern of light and shadow which is being created by using an artificial object in front of it, and that's what it is all about. So that's another thing which I wanted to talk. So quality, when we talk about the quality, it is basically, these are the characteristics which I've told you. So direction means the direction from which the key light comes to the actor is one of the most important critical aspects of the light. Most commonly used terminology is front light, 3/4 front, side and back light. Sometimes it is called kicker light also, sometimes it is called backlight also. There are different. So these are the various positions by which you can have a 3/4, 2/3 front. It's just a position by which you could create a shadow across the face of the character. So that, this why I've included this over here, because direction would give a different feeling once creating an image. Intensity I have already discussed. I have already told you about the texture. Now, hard light, which we call it as a technically called as specular light, light from the sun or small lighting source such as a Fresnel that create. So in front of the baby light, if you would have seen, there is a circular kind of a lens which will concentrate the light or make it diffuse light. So that we call it as a Fresnel. Fresnel is the term. Fresnel is the, because of the French word. So some people call it a Fresnel lens, but it's called Fresnel lens. So Hard light would create, how do we know that it is a hard light? Because it will create a sharp, well-defined shadow. Diffuse light will give the edges are blurred, edges are not very sharp. They are kind of a, we call it as a edging out, or we call it as a gradation of their sharpness. There is no fixed contour over there. Okay, so that's another thing which I wanted to talk about. So as you know that soft light, and if you shoot a photograph with a hard light, you get something like this. If you shoot a photograph with a soft light, you get something like this. Now this is another example of a flat light, and this is an example of the flat light with a backlight. Also not a very good quality photograph, but I just picked up quickly to give you an idea. My major thing is to talk about the quality of light which should be able to notice when you are watching a photograph or a cinematography. Tomorrow we would discuss what are the elements you need to understand in a great cinematography. Why you call a particular thing as a great cinematography? There has to be a certain explanation. What are those elements which makes it as a great cinematography? Okay. But before that, I have noticed very carefully that in general, there is a photographic appreciation of a photograph in general. It could be a famous photograph by Raghu Rai or by Bresson or by someone else, or it could be a photograph by a unknown person, not necessarily a great photograph. So the photograph of Raghu Rai's photograph, I'm planning to do a video. So I would send you the link of that video so that you can understand it more better. But before that, I would like to talk about few elements, which is very, very important for a photography as well as for the cinematography. Very often you will hear this term called balance. These are the elements, these are abstract elements which I am going to discuss today. And all these elements, once you get qualified in the SRFTI particularly, they would ask you to go and shoot a photograph in which there is something called balance. Go and shoot 5 photographs. Or go and shoot a photograph in which there is a rhythm. Go and shoot a photograph in which there is a symmetry or there is a contrast. So today I would discuss these abstract terms as quickly as possible. And I have also picked up few things to describe them into the word, not necessarily long description there has to be there. So you look at this photograph. Now look at these curves of these horns of this animal, bullock, and then you see the position of the character in the center of it, and then we will talk about describe how we are going to describe this. I would read it out for you. I have made a high contrast image also for you people to understand the essential part. A visual balance is not necessarily a repetition of element in a composition. There are 2 diagonal lines in the composition formed by the horn of the bull. The opposite S is being a little reversed. So the opposite S curve of the horn and the central human element brings a sense of balance in this picture. Balance is also achieved by placing the lines of the horizon at 1/3 of the composition. 2/3 of the area on the top is balanced sky, and 1/3 of the area at the bottom is heavier because of the visual elements. So the gravity is towards the bottom, which gives a sense of stability in the picture. So this is an explanation about this image. We'll move a little further. You see another image where this lady is standing over there. And if this lady is not there, it will look like as if this boat is hanging in the air. Now think in a high contrast image. So there is a balance. So the principle of balance can be observed through the concept of weighing balance. Elements are placed on either side of the image to create a certain weight. Usually such elements are of varying shapes and size. In this particular case, the woman is balancing the large boat. Okay. Had this woman would not be there, the balance would be missing. I'll move a little further. Look at the gymnastic position of this boy next to the sea. He's just trying to fool around, but a very, very important pose. So description of this image could be, there could be many more other things also, but I'm just talking about this element called balance. The balancing act of the child in this picture brings a new perspective to the concept of balance. There is nothing unusual if one observes a person balancing on his legs. But The act of balancing on one's hand is unique. This leaves the viewer to question the state of equilibrium, thus inviting interest in the picture. Okay, so this is another image. A little somebody taking a bath or doing something else, not clear very well, but the elements are very important to understand. So in this image, balance is perceived if one observes the large and bright area in the upper part of the photograph with the small and bright area in the lower part. Apart from creating a sense of rhythm, the central element of the dark figure creates a balance with the dark tones of the water. So this is the description for this particular image. I'll move to another image. So you could see here the bell, and the description of this particular image could be, not necessary all the time there would be a 10 marks question. Okay, be ready for little shock. They might give you a simple photograph like this, which I have given you earlier, and say describe the element, describe the image. That's it. Describe the image in 100 words. Describe the most important element in the image from the composition point of view in 100 words. So not necessary all the time. There will be a long question of 10 marks where you keep writing. There may be quick, shorter images where you need to write. So be ready for change of the pattern. Don't be always under the impression what came last time will come out this time also. No. Last year there was no painter's image. Last year, whose images, whose PDF file of the question paper is not there. There was a painting by Amrita Shergill. That was a question asked into the MCQ. Who made the painting called so and so? Bride's Toilet is the name of the painting. Who made the painting called Bride's Toilet? There were 4 options, and it was by Amrita Shergill. तो तुक्केबाजी नहीं चलने वाला वहां पर. अगर आपको पता है तो लिख पाएंगे, नहीं पता तो अंदाजा नहीं लगा सकते. 4 इंपॉर्टेंट नाम होंगे वहां पर, कोई सा भी आदमी हो सकता है. So there may be a change in pattern. They might give you quick images and would ask you to write the way I have just described. So in this image, one big bell and 2 small bells create a sense of balance. The balance is further enhanced by the smaller area covered by the dark bell on one side of the image, leaving a large, lighter space on the diagonally opposite side. The sun seen through the bell becomes a focal point of interest. Okay, so this is another thing. I'll quickly pick up another image. Look at this little boy who's trying to fly the kite. So another high contrast image, just to understand what is going on. So when the element in a composition are placed in such a way that the visual weight of each element balance the other, it is referred to as asymmetrical balance. In this case, the child and his shadow are balanced by the kite. The dark shadows form a contrast which catches the viewer's attention. So this is, I have just gone through a few images. I'll move to another thing now, which is called symmetry. Okay. So they might ask you, it was done. Last time they asked you to shoot a picture in, if you have seen the video of this boy called Oasis Hussain, who was selected for SRFTI as well as FTI. Finally, he joined the FTI. So in SRFTI, it was asked that shoot an image on the basis of this element. So that element has to be there. So they might ask you to go and shoot an image called symmetry. Okay. So very simple thing, but again, it might have little more interest to describe. So this is symmetrical, but at the same time, not exactly symmetrical. Though, so there are 2 ghadas on the tire. So here is the description. Symmetry is very similar to balance. It is not exactly the balance, but it is similar. I said very similar. When balance emerges on a vertical axis, we call it as a symmetrical balance. In this picture, if we draw an imaginary line between the 2 pots, a sense of equality is being perceived. Though there is an absence of geometrical precision, our knowledge of the pots as a symmetrical object also contribute to the perception of symmetry, because both the pots are same. So we know that they are symmetrical, but at the same time, they are not placed in the image in a symmetrical manner. But if you look at this image like this, If you cut from the center, more or less left and right are symmetrical. If you remove the right side pillar and this man sweeping over there, it is more or less symmetrical. Look at here, again, a kind of symmetrical, but not exactly. Okay, so here is also a symmetry because two heads are there which are more or less same. If you look at this image, almost 100% symmetrical. You cut it from the center, left, right, it is the same thing. Look at this image, again more or less symmetrical, more or less I am saying. Look at this image, more or less symmetrical except these two people who are going away, rest is all symmetrical. Look at this image. So these are the images where the element of symmetry was discussed. Now we'll come to a little more difficult term called rhythm. How do you find a rhythm in a photograph? A little abstract term, but I will try to understand, try to make you understand. Look at this guy. His focus is his one eye, the way he is looking at us. Center of focus is one eye. So what kind of rhythm you will find here? The rhythmic movement of the contours line lead to the man's eye. The main focus of the picture, the focal point, is further accentuated because of the eye contact of the subject with the viewer. This is something which is many a time you will see the interview of people. Person who is being interviewed looking left, looking right, looking sidewise, not into the lens. That's one of the basic problem I have encountered in documentary shoot. Many documentary Indian shoots, this thing is missing. When they are taking an interview of someone, this thing is missing. So look at this image of a dancer with the multiple image, multiple exposure, we call it in a photography language. And you see this blur over there. So if you just draw the high contrast images of these positions of the hand, you will get this kind of major feeling. So movement of hands portray a sense of rhythm. Here the rhythm is perceived better in the blurred lines between the more defined images of the hand, conveying a continuation of giving a sense of direction to the movement. From this side to that side, things are moving. Look at this again, a image of these flying birds. So again, if I'll show you the high contrast image, you would see the flamingos in this picture look similar. So each of them becomes one element of the rhythm. There is a curvilinear path being followed by the flying birds, which makes the movement rhythmic. Also, the curvilinear shape of the birds enhances the rhythm. So when we talk about the rhythm, you should practice to see this kind of a thing in the nature. Look at this, a simple photograph. Many a time you would have seen this photograph, but would not have been bothered to figure it out. So here is the line diagram. The formation of leaves pattern creates a rhythm. The plant's growth is a metaphor for rhythm in life. Now, it is a little elliptical and connotative meaning, which you can call it as a philosophical meaning. But even if you don't write this last line, even if you write this one line, or maybe there could be a question, look at this picture and write down two lines which comes in your mind. For example, if I would formulate a question, I would formulate a question of this image. Write down the two lines, what comes in your mind after looking at this picture. A fool will write, that is a wonderful green kind of small tree. A blind can also see it is a green tree. So don't tell me green tree. So if you talk about green, then talk about something else. It could be shades of green and lighter green. It could still make the sense, but saying just a green does not make a sense. It also gives a feeling of flowering happening over there, as if these leaves are kind of becoming a flower, but not exactly the flower. So it depends upon what kind of sentence comes to your mind. So the formation of leaf pattern creates a rhythm. That is the one sentence I would write. The plant's growth is a metaphor for rhythm in the life. That could be another line you want to add. You could talk about the shades of gray also, not the green, but shades of green and yellowish, yellow and green, both. There are shades of yellow and green in between. So you could talk about the color part also if they ask you. So depend upon what is the question. Again and again I'm saying read the question carefully. You will read the question wrongly and would write something else and would be out. Another image, look at this dancing of the peacock from the back side, not from the front. It is from the back side. That's why I have included this particular image. The radial lines of the feather creates a sense of movement. This is a good example of regular rhythm. The repetition of element with defined interval creates rhythm. This establishes not only a sense of movement, but also builds a pattern and a texture. This is another example. Now, I have many more examples like this, but I am not going to read it out. I've just given you, for example, this position of hands only. Okay, I'm just quoting this particular image, a very interesting image where you could see the broken. It could be analysis of the image in a different sense of the term. Look at these two little kids. Then this guy with a head, this microphone, megaphone, which is used by speakers, and then the building in the backside, part of the building is broken. But I'm talking about this element called rhythm. So the rhythm that is experienced here is the sound of hands. हाथ की आवाज नहीं होती है. So here the sound of hands beating the chest. It is translated into a visual by capturing the wave, that movement of the arms. So it is from a particular festival, from the Muslim community people called Muharram, probably, where there is this gestures are being done. People also torture themselves for a certain specific purpose. So these are the various images. I've just picked up last one also. We could see this aerial perspective here. There's a term called aerial perspective, where because of the air, because of the fog in the air, this is going back and back and back. And this is a high contrast image of this. The gradually changing colors create a rhythm, and flow of the contour lines enhances it. The blue overcast eliminates any distraction and other colors from breaking the rhythm. So this is another element which could be given to you to shoot a photograph. I'll pick up something else also. Quickly, we will go through something called contrast. So everybody knows contrast is the basically black and white. Normally when we talk about black and white, it's either black or white, and in between the gray shade. More the gray shades are there, less the contrast is there. Less of the gray shades are there, contrast is compressed. Like in the night, you don't see an image where the shades of gray would be there. Okay. So when we talk about the contrast, it means you compress the central gray tone. So you pick up this image, which is very clear in terms of the technical term of the thing. But here there is something else. The dark solitary tree contrast against the bright sky. The absence of other element enhances the perception of the contrast. The texture of the sky adds interest to the picture and makes it lively. Now I'll show you something else. Look at this image. If I'll give you this image, would you call it as a contrast? Yes, not in terms of the detail in the shadow and highlight area, but something else. Contrast can be achieved in many ways. Here the man asleep on the beach creates a contrasting mental image of what is expected. The shore and the sea builds a homogeneous background, and while the person sleeping stands out in the foreground, the sense of contrast is also perceived if the waves are viewed as lines and the human figure as a dot. So this particular area and lines over there, you could call it as a dot versus line. That could be a contrast. There could be other thing also. Say for example, look at this image. Would you call it as a contrast? Yes. How? An image is sometimes seen with the associated imagery. When one sees a picture of a bleeding head, in our mind, it contrasts with an image of a normal, non-bleeding head. So the image creates a sense of contrast, not between the elements in the format, but with the image in our mind. So when we see an image like this, it gives, is it a contrast of what we already have perceived in our mind? You will not find a beggar who is having a coat and tie and very corporate looking man and holding a bowl at the red end. If some image like this is there, if you shoot an image like this, it will be a contrast also, because it is contrasting with the image which we have in our mind. A poor beggar is always seen on the red light. Not a well-dressed and corporate kind of a guy would be seen over there. So these are the few images I have picked up. Another image, liquid versus solid. You could see the background is a blur liquid and here it is a solid. So it is a contrast in terms of the form, solid versus liquid. So contrasting characters in material quality creates the perception of contrast in a picture. Here, the movement of water contrasts with the static nature of the log. So another thing is liquid means movement and solid thing means static. It depends upon how do you describe. Also, the soft and liquid nature of the water contrasts with the hard and solid nature of the wood. So movement versus static and hard versus movement. There are two things which I have mentioned over here is, one is the movement of water contrasts with the static nature. So something is moving, something is static, and water is soft and liquid nature, while it is a very hard and solid nature. So there is a philosophical element of the contrast over here. Very interesting image. You could see people on the top over there, and then you see the description of it. There is a contrast in the attribute of the stones in the foreground and background. Though the stones here is a common element, the constructed, unconstructed aspect of the image becomes the contrasting element. तो टूटा फूटा पड़ा हुआ है, कुछ जो है सिस्टमैटिक तरीके से पीछे है. Now, something very strange image, I will wrap up with this thing is, now look at it here in terms of the contrast. If you look very carefully, now this is a high contrast image of the same picture which you have seen. So the contrast is in location and positioning of transparent drop of water against the green background of the leaf provides a visual contrast. The drop isolated on a leaf further contrast with the general image of a water body in our mind. The shape of the contour of the leaf works as a balancing element and interest to the composition, adds the interest to the composition. So these are the few things I have picked up. More or less 647 are there. So I'll just see if I could also include symmetry, rhythm, contrast, harmony. Harmony we have discussed? No. Okay. I would also quickly show you the images. Look at this image. This is the description. I will read it for you. When no one element dominates in a composition, harmony as a principle is evident. In this picture of an installation of thermocol cups, the arrangement is rather random. The spacing is varied, but overall there is a unity. There are only two kinds of element in the image. One is circular and other is the background. The randomness of the cups does not create a pattern. When one looks at the image, the eye is not drawn to a one particular place. The color contrast and the simplicity of the element works as an invitation to the view, invitation to view the image again and again. Why? Because it is not a fixed point where your eye would go. You will not say, okay, my eye would stop here. It will see overall picture. Similarly, these are variety of images. Again, here you could see the various boards. I could read it out for you, this image. There is an equilibrium in the composition as the visual energy is equally distributed. The overall blue color creates a harmony and the relative size of each element helps in perceiving the balance. The space dedicated for each element is also more or less equal. So there is some, when we use these terms, when you see various pictures, you would feel all these kind of a thing. So I'll quickly wrap up now. It's 6:49. I would like to take up the questions and then we will go further. So you can raise your hands first, as I said, and then we would go by one by one. But now 56 people are here. So my lecture is over in terms of my lecture. So I will launch this polling thing and you could poll for the lecture and then we will take up the questions. So 56 people are here. 41 is done so far. 42, 43, 44. 10 more people need to wake up. 45, 6, 7, 8, 55 people are there. 6 need to wake up more. 6 more people who have gone to the walk. I think they have permanently gone. 49. One more quickly before we start. You are wasting your time. Okay. 50. Done. Still some other people can do it. Now, as I said that I will take up the question. So what I would do is chat box is there. I would ask you to stop this video so that you could look at me, and then in the chat box you would type your I would say question, and then one by one I would read the names and read your question. Otherwise you will keep asking a lot of long things and which will not serve the purpose. Please write down your answer in the chat box kindly. Okay, so I would read one by one. First is Anish. Anish, read your question from the chat box. You have to write down your question in the chat box. Otherwise, you can't read. I can't see your question written down in the chat box.
So can I ask you, because
not asking. Write down your question and then read your question. That is the pattern. Otherwise, people
Yes,
keep
sir.
talking unnecessarily and they waste the other people's time. So first
Okay,
person
sir.
who has written the question over here is okay, so nobody has wedding assignment. As I have not interrupted right now, do it or don't do it. We can't read it for everyone. I've just picked up a few things. You don't have a mic, find out your mic in your life. Okay, Anish. Anish will ask the question.
So when they during the exam they show you an image, so would they ask for like more aspects,
Read like a newsreader what you have written. Don't add anything else. Okay, that's why I want you people to hear your voice. That's why I am not reading it. I want you to read it, but read what you have written. Okay.
Okay, sir. So when they show an image, will they only show images with one aspect or multiple aspects?
See, it's depend upon the question paper, depend upon the question, depend upon the marks. So if it is a 10 marks, you need to write multiple aspect. If it is a 2 marks, if you need to write one important thing, suppose today's images which I have shown you, I might ask, as I said, describe in 100 words what are the 2 important things you notice in the image. So that's what you need to do. Depend upon the marks that you have to go by that. Also raise your hand, gentlemen. Only one raise. Anish hand is there. Somebody else. Priyasha, please ask the question. Read your question.
For 2.5 marks photography appreciation, 100 words will be enough.
Yes, 2.500 word will be enough if it is a 2.5, because they will describe. They are not interested in asking you for 10 things. They want you to notice 2 important elements. Like today's images, I said rhythm, contrast, balance. So they want you to notice that particular thing only. That's why they say 100 words. You got my point? Suppose you are watching me right now. If I say, right, if I shoot this picture, screenshot and give it to you, what 2 things you will describe? 2 things in the image which you need to describe. I would say in the background you see a table lamp lit up. Also, instead of a wall, there are film posters pasted on the glass panels. These are the 2 important things. That's it.
Can I also say this, that your left side is heavily wet than
Rest
your
is
right
all
side?
immaterial. Rest is all 3rd thing, 4th thing, 5th thing. You could keep describing it. But the most important thing is the table lamp and the glass panels on which posters are being posted from various international films. Not Indian film, but international. These are the 2 important.
If
If
that is
there
for
is still time,
marks
there is
increase, if marks increase, we will add things.
correct. If more marks are there, you need to add more things. After that, if you need to describe, you need to describe the camera of this frame is at the eye level. It is an eye level composition which is centrally framed. Are you getting my point? That is the 3rd part. or maybe somebody would say one part, centrally framed eye level shot with a background having a glass panel where the various international posters are there, and on the right side you see a white table lamp lit up. That's it. Otherwise, if you need to say something else also, then you could keep adding more things. It depends upon the marks and other things. Adnan Ahmed, read your question. Have you written down
Sir,
the
can
question?
you hear me?
No, 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 no. Have you written down the question here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, read your question now.
Sir, there are many aspect ratios. How many are necessary as concerned to examination? Sir, there are many like.
No, 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 enough. You have read the question.
Yes, sir.
That's it. That's why I asked, write the question, so that you would read only that much, not unnecessary.
Okay, sir.
So there are many aspect ratio. How many are necessary to as concerned to the examination? All are necessary. I formulated a question yesterday of 10 marks. Had it been 5 marks, I would have formulated a question little less. Okay. So depend upon the examiner, what exactly he want to get from you. What he is trying to get from you. That is the agenda. You have to be very precise. Very, very precise. More precise you are, better you are. Don't think the longer you would write, more marks you will get. No. Many people today in their home assignment have picked up the picture from here and there and they are describing. It's not a storyboard exercise. And how you are going to place those pictures in the examination, by the way? No way. So you need to think, I'm sitting in examination. I got a 20 minutes and this is my question. That is the answer you have to do it. That is the way you have to practice it. ऐसे नहीं कि थोड़ा चाय पिए, घूम गए, चले गए, फिर आए, कुछ लिख लिया, फिर आए, फिर कुछ लिख लिया. You have to learn the practice of defining the time allocated to you, and this is a question and I need to answer it. Time allocated and marks. These are the two parameters you should be bothered about. Okay. Next is Anuj Jain. Please read your question, Anuj Jain.
Yes, sir. Sir, my question is about.
Anuj Jain. Let me just figure it out your question first, so that I will be able to. Anuj Jain, yeah.
In question of 10 visual, we can also describe the lighting and color condition of the scene.
Yes, if it is a special. If it is really, really interesting. If the whole photograph is full of red, or if the whole photograph is full of yellow, then the color become more prominent. Okay. Something interesting happening in terms of lighting. What is so interesting about that lighting? Is there any interesting thing you are noticing? Then yes. If not, then not required. Okay. Next is Sai Deep Dora. Sai Deep Dora, where is the question? Let me also read it first for myself. Have you written down the question here?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Question, read it.
Up to what extent we should answer in the interview to not get trapped by their questions?
You will always be get trapped by their question. You can't escape. See, my theory is in the life, less you speak, better you are. More focused you are, better you are. I don't believe in something called beating around the bush. मैंने आपसे पूछा टाइम क्या हुआ है, तो उसका आंसर होना चाहिए 6:70 या 50 मिनट या 40 मिनट. अब मैंने आपसे पूछा टाइम क्या हुआ है, तो आप मुझे एक भाषण देने लग जाएं कि मिस्टर शर्मा, दिस इज हाई टाइम टू बाय द watch will cost only 100 rupees. Nowadays, time is also being displayed into the mobile. Why don't you look into your mobile and find out the... मैंने आपसे क्या पूछा है? मैंने आपसे पूछा टाइम क्या हुआ है, आप बोलिए 4:32. इतनी लंबी चौड़ी कहानी क्यों सुना रहे हैं? So to the point, be brief. That is the game. Whether it is an interview, whether it is a written exam. Okay. Next. अनुज हो गया, अनुज जैन हो चुका है, अनुज जैन हो चुका है. तेजा सिगोजू. हाँ, पढ़िए अपना क्वेश्चन.
So how can we do with these types of photographs, sir, like symmetry or other things? Is there any key point to understand, or it's just imagination we have to do with?
देखिए इमेजिनेशन तो नहीं है, ये प्रैक्टिस में आएगा आपको। जब आप प्रैक्टिस करेंगे जब आप फोटोग्राफ्स को देखना चालू करेंगे। आज मैंने आपको 4 टर्म के बारे में बताया।
Yeah.
रिदम की बात की मैंने आपसे, कंट्रास्ट की बात की मैंने आपसे, बैलेंस की बात की, तो बहुत एब्स्ट्रैक्ट टर्म है। जब आप थोड़ा कंपोजिशंस के बारे में पढ़ना चालू करेंगे तो आपको रूल्स समझ आएंगे कंपोजिशन के, एलिमेंट्स समझ आएंगे कंपोजिशन के। तो ये एलिमेंट्स हैं जो आपको समझिए इन टर्म्स ऑफ द कंपोजिशन ऑफ ए फोटोग्राफ। क्या है वहां पर, उसमें फिलॉसफी भी है फोटोग्राफ के अंदर, ऐसी बात नहीं है फिलॉसफी नहीं है, फिलॉसफी भी है। कंट्रास्ट की हमने बात की, एक ब्लडेड आदमी की बात की, और भी बहुत सारी इमेजेस तो मैं नहीं दिखा पाया आपको क्योंकि आई जस्ट वांटेड टू गिव द आइडिया व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन ओवर हियर। सो all these things, once you start noticing slowly, it will become part of your life. It is like a driving, honestly speaking. आप गियर भी बदल रहे हैं, आप रेस भी दे रहे हैं, आप व्हील को भी हैंडल कर रहे हैं, अपने दोस्त से भी बात कर रहे हैं, 5-6 काम साइमल्टेनियस। पीछे के मिरर में भी देख रहे हैं कोई ठोक टाक ना दे, राइट से भी देख रहे हैं कहीं लग लुगा ना जाए। All these things are on. Okay. So that's what I am trying to emphasize, that once you start practicing it, you will start noticing all these elements slowly. But you need to read a lot. You need to look into various websites. There are so many websites on the Google, and that's it. That's what I need to say.
Okay.
701 सब लोगों के हाथ जो है नीचे जा चुके हैं, तो मुझे लगता नहीं है कि किसी प्रकार से कोई क्वेश्चन है। तो इट्स वेरी गुड, लेस द क्वेश्चन you have, better it is. So there is someone has woken up. Atul M, read your question, what you have written.
Hi sir. Sir, can I define the visuals as I used to make my pre-production shot list with aspects like what would be the shot size, the camera height, the framing, focal length, camera movement, etc. Like
नहीं, मैं वो नहीं सजेस्ट करूंगा। आप एक तो कैमरे का एंगल आपने बता दिया, लेवल बता दिया, कैमरा लो एंगल है, हाई एंगल है, आई लेवल है, उतना काफी है। अब उसके अंदर क्या हो रहा है वो बताइए। शॉट के अंदर क्या हो रहा है, शॉट के अंदर क्या हो रहा है, उसमें कुछ ऐसा इंटरेस्टिंग चीज आपको दिख रही है, क्या दिखाई दे रहा है आपको। गेट जो होता है उसको डेकोरेट करने में 50 तरीके होते हैं आर्ट डायरेक्टर्स के। उस गेट को ही, जिसके ऊपर शादी को रिसीव, वेडिंग का जो प्रोसेशन को रिसीविंग का जो गेट है, वो गेट ही अपने आप में कई बार खतरनाक होता है। उसमें आपको क्या इंटरेस्टिंग चीज दिख रही है, यू नीड टू डिस्क्राइब दैट। कैमरा आपने बता दिया, बात खत्म हो गई, ठीक है। अब थोड़ा अंदर बताइए, कैमरे जो फ्रेम में हो क्या रहा है अंदर।
okay,
डिस्क्राइब दैट।
okay, thanks.
Describe that. Okay. So filmmaker Atul M is over. Shibam Vishwas, read your question, please.
Hello, sir. So there are pictures which are composed in a very philosophical way, apart from traditional composition. How to explain those during examination?
आज मैंने क्या किया है, आज मैंने वही किया है कि जो फोटोग्राफ ट्रेडिशनल तरीके से नहीं खींचे जाते हैं, कोई ऐसे थोड़ी खींचेगा, कोई पत्ती के ऊपर पानी की बूंद है, उस फोटोग्राफ को खींचा किसी ने खींचा, लेकिन नहीं। तो ये सब डिपेंड करता है आपका टेस्ट क्या है फोटोग्राफी के अंदर। उस टेस्ट के एक किताब है जो केवल ब्लर फोटोग्राफी के ऊपर है।
Okay.
फोटोग्राफी का एक एस्पेक्ट है ब्लर फोटोग्राफी, ठीक है। तो पूछ सकता है कोई आदमी, जैसा पूछा होगा कभी ना कभी कोई क्वेश्चन, हाउ डू यू शूट ए ब्लर फोटोग्राफ एंड व्हाट इज इंटरेस्टिंग अबाउट इट। एक बड़ा सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन, 5 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन मैंने पूछा आपसे, हाउ विल यू शूट ए ब्लर फोटोग्राफ ऑफ ए रिवर साइड झरना एंड व्हाट इज सो इंटरेस्टिंग इन इट।
Okay.
तो ब्लर में इंटरेस्ट क्या होता है, कोई फोटोग्राफ तो जनरली लोग यही बोलते हैं कि फोटोग्राफ शार्प होना चाहिए। ब्लर फोटोग्राफ के अंदर क्या इंटरेस्ट होता है, कुछ होता होगा इंटरेस्ट, होता होगा ना। तभी तो ब्लर करते हैं लोग, पानी का ब्लर आ रहा है, डांसर के फोटोग्राफ में हैंड के मूवमेंट में ब्लर है, कभी आप फुल फाइट के अंदर कपड़ा है वो ब्लर है। सो ब्लर का अपना एस्थेटिक होता है, द एस्थेटिक ऑफ ब्लर एंड हाउ यू वुड टेक ए ब्लर फोटोग्राफ in a situation which is outdoor in the full day around 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock में पूरा लाइट है, फुल लाइट है, तो आपको पता होना चाहिए ब्लर फोटोग्राफी की क्या रिक्वायरमेंट्स होती है, कैसे ब्लर आएगा. ब्लर
हाँ.
फोटोग्राफ के लिए शटर स्पीड स्लो होनी चाहिए.
हाँ, slower shutter speed, more like f15 or 14 like aperture,
हाँ,
and
नहीं,
lower ISO.
हाँ, तो शटर स्पीड सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज होती है. आईएसओ से उतना ज्यादा कुछ लेना देना नहीं है. ज्यादा सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है शटर स्पीड स्लो होनी चाहिए. तो आउटडोर में जब आप फोटोग्राफ खींचने आते हैं तो 125 का शटर स्पीड मिलता है, तो आपको शटर स्पीड लो कैसे करेंगे आप?
Towards bulb, I mean 1 second whole shutter speed, that will make
कैसे,
more.
हाँ, वो कैसे आ जाएगा? वो दिन के टाइम में एक सेकंड का शटर स्पीड कैसे मिलेगा आपको? वहां तो 1/125 ऑफ शटर स्पीड मिल रही होती है, कहाँ से आएगी?
Yes, I can increase the aperture like f15 or f14, that will lower the light when lens opening.
पहले से आपको 16 मिला हुआ है वहां पर अपर्चर. 16 से आगे कहाँ बढ़ जाएंगे आप? आउटडोर में तो पहले से ही 16 अपर्चर है आपके पास.
Then if we use external things like ND filters.
Correct. That is the point. You have to use the ND filter to cut down the intensity of light so that you can get the lesser shutter speed. That is the clue he is asking you. So indirectly he is asking the use of ND filter.
Okay.
They will not ask the direct technical questions.
Okay.
अभी 49 लोग यहाँ बैठे हुए हैं. सब लोग जाग जाओ, एक एक करके बोलेंगे. जो आदमी हाथ उठाएगा वो इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर देगा जो मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ. ये होमवर्क भी है कल के लिए, बट मैं आज आपको थोड़ा सा पहले से ही होमवर्क दे रहा हूँ, इससे रात को नींद में सोते सोते सोचना चालू करें. डीएसएलआर कैमरा अभी जो डिजिटल हुआ है उससे पहले सिंपल निगेटिव होता था उसके अंदर, और पीछे जब निगेटिव होता था तो उसको निगेटिव के कैसेट को लोड करते थे, एंड देन यू विल प्रेस इट, एंड बैक साइड देयर वाज समथिंग कॉल्ड प्रेशर प्लेट. तो प्रेशर प्लेट विल मेक द नेगेटिव स्ट्रेट. नाउ यू गो टू ए मार्केट and you want to buy the second hand DSLR camera, not DSLR, SLR camera, not DSLR, because today is a digital, earlier it used to be SLR camera, single lens reflex camera. And if the plate is defective, the pressure plate is not correct, okay, how you will find out that the pressure plate is not working properly? Pehla question. How you will find out the pressure plate is not working properly? It is giving a photograph which is out of focus. How you will find out? ये मेरा क्वेश्चन है. रात को खोपड़ी खुजाइएगा, सोचिएगा, दिमाग लगाइएगा, और फिर आप जो है कल मुझे ये क्वेश्चन का आंसर लिख के भेजेंगे. मैं अर्ली मॉर्निंग में सुबह सुबह उठ के दोबारा से क्वेश्चन लिख के आपको लिंक बना के वो भेज दूंगा. क्वेश्चन में रिपीट कर देता हूँ. You go to a market to buy a SLR camera, Nikon FM2, FE2, F3, ये सब SLR कैमरा फेमस कैमरास हैं अपने जमाने के, और आपको ये चेक करना है कि इसकी प्रेशर प्लेट ठीक नहीं है. ये इमेज जो है आउट ऑफ फोकस फोटोग्राफ बनाता है. तो आप ये कैसे पता करेंगे कि ये प्रेशर प्लेट जो है ठीक नहीं है? कैसे पता करें? या मान लीजिए मैं आपको दूसरे तरीके से क्वेश्चन पूछता हूं कि 3 कैमरास रखे हुए हैं वहां पर, उसमें से एक किसी कैमरा का बैक प्रेशर प्लेट जो है ठीक नहीं, किसी एक कैमरे का प्रेशर प्लेट ठीक नहीं है. तो आप कैसे पता करेंगे कि ये प्रेशर प्लेट इस कैमरे का ठीक है? कौन से लेंस से फोटोग्राफ खींचेंगे? लेट मी बी ऑल्सो गिव यू अ लिटिल क्लू. थोड़ा और सिंपल कर देता हूं आपको क्वेश्चन जो है जिंदगी में, कि सपोज यू गो टू बाय ए कैमरा, सेकेंड हैंड कैमरा, and there are 3 camera bodies are there, and you're going to choose one, and you want, the seller says ki I don't know which camera has a problem, but one of the camera has a problem that the pressure plate is not working properly. So which lens you would use to check the camera to find out which camera has a problem in the pressure plate which is not working properly? This is my question. मैंने अलग अलग तरीके से आपको बता दिया है. अब आप थोड़ा दिमाग लगाइएगा, सोचना चालू करिएगा. सोचेंगे तो समझ आएगा, नहीं सोचेंगे तो नहीं समझ आएगा. This is an application question. Okay, this is a application question. So thank you very much, gentlemen. Have a nice day and keep thinking in the night. I have given you material to think about it, and that's it. Yes. Yeah.
So, it is due to FFD that has been changed.
It is due to
FFD, flying focal distance. Flying
कैसे
focal
पता
distance.
लगेगा? पता कैसे लगेगा आपको? 3 कैमरे में कैसे पता लगेगा कि इसका फोकल फ्लैंज डिस्टेंस जो है?
So I will use
फोकल
zoom
फ्लैंज
lens.
डिस्टेंस तो लेंस का होता है. फोकल फ्लैंज डिस्टेंस जो है लेंस का होता है.
But when the focal flying distance change, then the camera will not work मतलब on autofocus.
तो कौन सा लेंस इस्तेमाल करेंगे आप? मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है.
सर zoom lens मतलब
इस्तेमाल करेंगे. ब्लॉक लेंस करेंगे. आप जूम लेंस इस्तेमाल नहीं कर सकते हैं. कौन सी फोकल लेंथ का ब्लॉक लेंस इस्तेमाल करेंगे और क्यों? ये मेरा क्वेश्चन.
सर पहले टेली पे करके फोकस कर.
क्यों करोगे टेली से?
सर अगर टेली फोकस करके वाइड करेंगे, अगर फोकस शिफ्ट हो रहा है, देन वी कैन से दैट
कैमरे की बात कर रहे हैं. स्टिल कैमरे की बात कर रहे हैं. उसमें एक इमेज शूट करेंगे आप, इमेज को देखेंगे आप. वीडियो की बात हो ही नहीं रही है. Not talk about the video. चलिए कल सोचिएगा. And this is the assignment for tomorrow. चलिए, all the best. Have a nice day. Bye bye.